Hey guys, I am Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video, and today I have created this energy ball effect in Unreal Engine 5 Niagara. So let's start this tutorial.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So as you can see, I have this effect that is local and you can just move it around and you can just watch it from any other camera angle. And the reference for this effect, I'll just show you the reference. Let me just fit this. So this is my effect and this was the reference that I took, and this is 2D effect I guess so, but this look really nice. My effect is not like near to this quality because I just tried to follow each element and you can see it's almost looks the same. So all the credit of creative goes to this guy whoever created this. Let me show you the link. I'll also just put the link in my description, and this is the guy, I think a great Superman. I don't know if he's just sharing or he just created this effect, but I found this here, so I will just put this link in my description so you can see this. And I have one add-on that is called GIF scrubber in my Chrome, and this is really great. So I have like this. So if you have this, if you have this here, you can just right click on GIF and open, and it will take some time to load. Then you can check this GIF per frame, so it will be good to check everything what is going here. And you can also download from here or you can explore to per frame. So this is really nice plugin that you can use. I have already mentioned in my other videos. So this was a reference and this is the effect, and it looks like this in Niagara. And let me just change my UI for better explain, because here's my face and I don't want to cut any information because someone commented on my video that some important information is not showing. And this thing you can add the timeline here, so I will have the more space here now. So a timeline is not much required and nothing is here that you will miss. I will just play and pause here so you can miss that. So now I will have more space here for both these windows, and I'll just let me Windows save layout as CGHOW layout. This is how you can save your layout, and if this resetting, you can just load your layout. Okay, import your layout and you can just import that. So now here you can see this effect, and why it's behaving like this, because here I need to pause that. And one more thing I will do before starting this, and sorry for that, I am doing that now. I'll just disable my environment and make this quite black, so my effect will be visible properly. Not the black, I think it's visible properly on this gray. So now you can see it properly. Okay, this is my timeline. So I have lots of elements here and I will try to show you each and everything properly. This is not from scratch, but you will not miss that because I'm going to show you each and everything so you can just create it again. So now if you are creating with me, just create one emitter, and this is for my sphere. And if I am moving the camera, this edge from the bottom is just move with that because this is linked with camera. Okay, and how? So in this emitter you just need to take the mesh render and choose your mesh that will be a sphere, and then I'm spawning just one particle because this is one. Then life is 1 and duration also 1, so it will be infinite because one particle spawning and it's dying after 1 second, then again is spawning after 1 second, so it's just infinite. And the scale of the sphere is unset, so it's just taking the default value of the sphere. Okay, then I have this dynamic parameter here. I'll show you how it's working. So in material, this is material, and I am using almost same thing that I have mentioned in my previous tutorial. So if you go to my previous tutorial, that is this cartoon, so I use same thing for this black edge and this bottom white and dark part in my this tutorial, and I also have cleared that in here. You can see this is Tony's cloud, so you can also watch these two tutorials for better understanding. So what I have here, I have this dot, and if I preview, I'm using my normal and my camera vector, so it's giving me some fresnel but very less because it is, you can see now it's black here now, and multiplying by 1, so I can skip that because it's just for no use. Then I'm powering it, so black color will be like more white because it's 0.5. if you make it higher value like 5, you will find the more, you will get the more black, but I'm using 0.5. Then I'm using this black and white texture with this blurred edge, so I'm using this this whatever I got as a UV for this texture, so it will look like this. So I got this black edges and very sharp. So you got the idea how I created these black edge, this black edge around the sphere. So these are the nodes to create that. Then I again using the dot product here, you can see, and again using vertex normal, but this time in the camera vector I'm adding some value, and that is my direction. This is Z, and you can see if make it 0 it's changing, and if I make it 1 it's changing, if I make it 5 it's going down. So 1.2 is perfect for me. So I'm adding this value to my camera vector, and then I'm again adding some value on this, so I can manage this position in my dynamic parameter and particles. So I linked XYZ here because this is 3 vector, so I need to add 3 vector in here. So I'm taking append XYZ adding, and then I'm getting this black in the bottom, and now I'm powering it up. So I have this thing, then I'm multiplying it, and then again using same texture, so it will, there is no use of these things I think here, but I did it because I was trying to do something, because I was doing some R&D for something to get the result, but I found this result, so I use it here. So now this texture looks like this. You can see I have 3 bands here. Then I'm clamping it with 0.2 and 0.9. So I have not pure black, I have gray, white and gray. Then I'm multiplying this thing with my black edge, so I will get both together. I have a black edge and this thing. This is going to multiply with emissive color and particle color, and here I am also using Fresnel for the center part. So if I preview this, I have this Fresnel and I have this thing, so I'm multiplying those together, so I have Fresnel and this black edge and these bands. So you got the idea how I have this thing, and this is just going to emissive. I don't have opacity, and the reference link also mentioned here. If you want to check this out, you can just copy from here also. So this is how I have this look, and here you can see the color is purple, and in dynamic parameter I am just animating one axis Y with sine wave, so you can see this is just animating up and down. Okay, if I make this value higher, it will move much, but I just want 0.2. okay, so this is how I created this sphere effect. So I think you can easily create. You need to just take a sphere and just follow this whole material that I have shown you properly. So you just need to follow this and you will create that. Then second is this is actually looks like a flat glow or sphere, but because this is a sprite and this is sphere, so this will not visible from center, only the edges. If I preview both, you can see I have these purple glow edges around the sphere. Okay, because I maintain that size. So in this one, what I have, let me show you. I have a radial material that is very simple. This is just a radial. You can easily create that. This is sprite, no facing at all. Then I am spooling 10 particles per second, and the life is 1, color is dark purple, size is 120. It depend on the size of your sphere. If your sphere is very tiny, you can decrease this just to make the edges, and according to that you need to change. And dynamic parameter is not required. This is just because I duplicated the emitter. Then I have sparks. So for this spark, I have the radial, and you can read the name. It's depth radial mat. And why is that? This material looks simple, but why I put the depth here? So let me show you. Because this sphere was a mesh, and if you will create a particles in the center of your emitter, the emitter will be in the under this sphere. It will not be visible. But in spark, if I isolate these two, my spark is still visible because I use this material. And what is the difference here? You need to just type here depth, and you need to disable this. If you will disable this, your particle will not be under anything, it will visible in front. Okay, so you need to do that. And the field is very simple. I have 10 spawn, sphere location 20, velocity per point. You can see these are moving from the point, moving away from the point with the random strength. And these things not required. I just duplicated the emitter, and particles are scaling down, and the color is bright orangish. Then I have this glow. This glow is similar to my this edge. I just duplicated this emitter and changed the color and reduced the spawn rate to 1. And how it looking in my effect, if I show you whole, you can see here in the edge this blue glow is coming again and again. So it's like pulsating. So I just use that emitter, decrease the spawn rate, color is blue now, size is little bit higher now, and these things not required, and alpha is fading in and fading out. Then I have this lightning around my sphere. So now how to create this? This is Sprite Render. So I have this material and I have this texture. So this is the single texture that I created in Photoshop, and this is in a circular form, you can see. Then here I have a noise, and this noise has a 3 channel, and I am using this red channel. This is the basic noise. So basically, if I preview this here, I have this noise that is rotating because of this rotator, and I am using this rotating noise to distort my lightning. So if I preview this, you can see it's distorting my lightning. So this is clear. This is just to distort my lightning. And now here, if you want to like a thing that is just like in like on or off, so like this, let me just show you. If you have a noise texture like this one, and you have 3 textures in this, if I'll show you, this is R, this is green, and this is blue. So let's say we work on green. This is blur texture, the green. And if you add time on this, and if you'll preview, it will be just white because time is just adding again and again and again. But if you use sine here, it will repeat the time from -1 to 1 again and again. So your noise will be like this. It will be like forever. It will be just doing this. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. So I'm adding time, but to randomize the time, I am multiplying time with a parameter time, so I can randomize this time per particle. And here, this is for this noise styling. I am multiplying it with texture coordinate and going here, and then adding time, then I'm using sine. So similar thing, if I preview this, you can see this is same thing, but I can randomize the tiling. Here you can see if I randomize the time. This is now slow time and this is now different tiling. Okay, so I can change the tiling and time in my dynamic parameters. Now this thing is clear, so I am multiplying this thing and my distorted lightning together, so I am getting this result. So my lightning is distorting and also like it's creating is dissipating and appearing. Okay, after that, because my lightning is also in the center here and I wanted to cut it from the center, so I need a mask that is a radial. So I use this radial, and if I preview, this is my radial and I'm using 10 density for the sharpness, and the radius is connected with dynamic parameters, so I can decide how much radius I want. But if I directly multiply this with my lightning, lightning only visible this white part, not the edge. But I wanted the invert, so I inverted it. So lighting will be cut from here, because here I am multiplying these together. So there is no lightning in center, and I can increase or decrease the radius, so it will cut the whole lightning. And this is going to opacity, color is just the emissive. So you got it. So now I have this material here. I am spawning 20 particles per second. Life is very short and random, 0.05 and 0.2. Color is purplish and color is random bright, so range of the color is 100 to 200. Then the particle size is 170. It's not randomized because I just want these to around my sphere. Then in dynamic parameter I have random time, you can see 0.5 and 1. I have random tile from 1.1 and 1. I have random radius, so per particle some particles are cutting from center, some are not cutting, 0.2 and 4. And sprite rotation rate, so it's slightly rotating also, and fading and fade out. So I think you got it. Then I duplicated this lightning and created it, make it dark. So two things I changed: first, decrease the spawn rate; second, change the color to dark; and third one also I changed the size. It's bigger than my bright lightning, so dark one is bigger. Then this slash. So this was a little tricky. I was trying to make it a hole in material, but it looks very nice here. So I just followed this and created a sub UV in Photoshop. Just I painted this texture. See, so it's very like rough. It's not very good. I just painted 9 frames. You can see. So I'm using this material here. You can see very simple material with this sub UV, that is 3x3 9, and here I'm using this material 3x3 using sub UV 0 to 8, that means 9 frame. Spawning one particle which has this blue color, size is 150, color is fade in fade out. Dynamic parameter not required here, I didn't have in material, so I can delete. And sub UV animation. So this is just the sub UV that animating. Okay, then I duplicated this slash and just change the color. And one more thing I changed, because my previous, if I show you both together, my blue one is here in left and my purple one is here in right. So what I did, I just flip it on the X. You can see I just flipped, and I use the random, so it's sometime in left and sometime in right. So I think I just need to customize it and just -X, so it will be now always on here on the right side. That was my mistake, so I just realized that I use random, so now it will be always right. Okay, then this is lead and this is trail, so these are all working together. Okay, so you can see this trail. So in lead particles I have some particles which are emitting from the sphere. It has 3 spawn rate, emitting from a sphere location, color is purple, and random size. Then velocity from point, so it's just spreading from the point. And then some curl noise for random movement, you can see it's moving randomly. and again I'm using attraction force to move this particle back to the center. Like in this, you can see these trails are just going to the center, so I just use that to make that going into the center. And then to make the trail of these particles, I made this like this emitter, and in this emitter I'm not using event handler. Instead I'm using this sample particle from other particle. This is new thing in Unreal Engine, not in 5 but it is also in 4.26 and or maybe 4.25. so you need to take these two modules, first in here in emitter update, second here in particle spawn, and here in this one you need to mention how many particles you want to spawn. This is the limit of particle. This is where you need to write the source emitter name. So the source emitter is lead, so I put the name here, and then this is what you want to inherit from that, to take that. So I'm just taking the size from there. I think no, I'm not taking anything from that, just the position, so it's just making the trail. And then I'm using the scale sprite size, so it's just making the tail thinner. See, now it's just the same size trail. Now I have scaled it down. So this is pretty much easy, no force, no anything, just this module and these two modules. Then these ripples on the spheres, and these ripples are facing the spheres, you can see. So if I just, it is 220 now, if I increase it so much, you can see it's facing the spheres. So to make this type of effect, what you need to do, first I am spawning the spawn particles like so much now, but 20, and then I'm using sphere location with radius 50 and using the surface only, so particles only spawning on the surface. And here I'm using custom facing and custom alignment. After this you can use this align sprite to mesh, and you can connect it to your location, that is sphere and the normal, so it will face the normal of sphere. If you take like torus here, torus location, put it here and turn off the sphere location, and I'll just increase the spawn rate, and you need to now connect it to torus normals. So now you can see my particles are aligned to a torus. Okay, so this is how you need to do that. I will just reconnect it to sphere normals. Okay, and let me make it to 20 back, and the color is fading out, alpha is fading out, and size is scaling up like a ripple. This is it. So these were all my emitter. I hope I have cleared everything, I have shown everything, so there is no doubt, and you can easily create this simple effect. It looks very nice to me, so I thought I should create it. And I'm putting this file also, so you can download it from the link in the description of this video. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and if you have any questions, comment below the video. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel CGHOW. Thanks for learning, thanks for watching, keep learning, bye.